Hi, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas day with friends and family. Kind of a back to normal Tuesday, if you will, for lots of folks. And I want to start off with some good news, and that's the fact that the National Weather Service in our local Portland, Salem, Vancouver area and out into the Gorge have dropped all watches, warnings, and advisories. Again, we had the ice storm warning up yesterday for the Hood River Valley, the upper Hood River Valley away from 84. We had the high wind warning at the coast last evening. By the way, evening winds generally stayed around 50 miles per hour at the coast. There were a few spots when you got up into elevation into the west slope of the Coast Range where winds piped between 60 and 70 miles per hour. All of that has calmed down. You can see on the map out here, no longer any watches or warnings for the Columbia River Gorge. 84 turned out to just get by. Every time I looked at the cameras, Christmas Eve and also Christmas Day, it looked like temperatures are right around freezing, but 84 never really, as far as I know, developed any big problems. Anyway, that threat is over. Notice down here, the Willamette Pass area, there's a wind warning. Now, this is up for a system coming in tonight and tomorrow. High wind warning for the potential of some south winds gusting 50 to even 60 miles per hour. So that's the one area that we'll be keeping an eye on. But otherwise, things are going to be relatively quiet the next couple of days. We do have another rainmaker, another front coming in tomorrow, and I will get to that in just a moment. For right now, take a look at some of the sky cameras. Downtown Portland, overcast, 45 degrees out at the airport. Salem, 46 degrees. Vancouver, 45. So we're all about the same. And if you look across the entire area, the warm spot actually is Sandy at 49. Notice Trottel still has an east wind to 24. Now you get away from the gorge and winds are pretty light, so that's a nice thing. A couple areas to update you on. Again, here are the current numbers out in the Columbia River Gorge. The big headline here is temperatures have warmed up, not anticipating any additional problems for most areas, certainly not at low elevation. This shows Cascade Locks 41, Hood River 37, the Dalles 40. A lot of clouds out there, but look how clean and in good shape the highways are. This is the Cascade Locks Stevenson Multnomah Falls forecast. Notice it shows overnight temperatures tonight, 41, and then the rain 43 on Wednesday, and all temperatures at night well above freezing. I will tell you the Dalles and Hood River has a similar forecast. We really believe at this point that the threat of wintry weather, certainly at low elevations in the gorge, has ended. Again, here are the temperatures at 12 o'clock noon on this Tuesday. Now, it's still cool. Hood River is only 37. There's your cool spot. But the Dalles is sitting at 40 and Cascade Locks is 41. And a reminder, if you go to my weather site, portlandweather.com, here's my weather site. You click on these individual pages. This is the one for the Columbia River Gorge. And you get these current conditions. You get the forecast. You get the travel cameras. All really great information. If you're interested, let's click on Crown Point. You click on that map and you get that specific site's wind field over the past 24 hours. So here's what Crown Point's doing. Notice it's still northeast, sustained at 24, gusting to 44. So it's still windy out there, nothing extreme, not up into the 50s or 60s, but certainly still a noticeable gusty east wind. So that's kind of fun to check on. Up on the mountain, let's stick with our travel theme for a little bit. There's Timberline. They're getting a little bit of partly sunny skies. It looks like 34 degrees. Meadows is 41. Skibo is 36. The bases, again, they picked up, some snow over the last couple of days. The last 24 hours, only 2 inches at Timberline 3. Meadows, nothing at Skibo. It's been rain there, but Skibo holding on to some snow on the ground, 4 inches. Meadows base 20, Timberline 27. Again, Meadows and Timberline continue to have partial operations for skiing and boarding. Enough snow to keep them going, but not enough to really improve the bases up there. And then courtesy of Hillcrest Ski Shop and Sports Shop in Gresham, this is my forecast update. And down here in the blue boxes, just check out what the snow levels are doing. Today, it's mainly dry, partly sunny up there. Snow level 4 to 6,000 feet. Past temperature, government camp is 41 right now. We have moisture coming in tomorrow. It's going to start as all rain. Snow levels above 7,000 feet. Snow level lowers later in the day to 5,000 feet. That's all rain at government camp, but becoming snow at Timberline and maybe a wet mix at Meadows. Thursday, just some light precip. Snow levels near to above the Cascade Passes. Friday, rain picks up a little bit. Snow levels rise. That's back to all rain up through Timberline in the afternoon. And then Saturday's a pretty wet day. Snow levels again of 5,500 to 5,000 feet. That's above government camp where we will be just rain. Again, here are the pass temperatures, including Siskiyou Pass, 4,310 feet on I-5. So great information right there. Right now, we're all in good shape. So what is going on? We have a break in the action today on this Tuesday, but this is the water vapor. Now, technically, this is not showing you clouds. It's showing you high water vapor amounts in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Now, often this does kind of mimic what the cloud picture is doing. So if you look at the green, the higher water vapor levels, this in fact is cloudiness that's streaming in. So some areas have had a little bit of thinning in the cloud cover today, but overall, these clouds are going to be increasing on us later today. You can see the front right back here. This little curl is the low, and then right in here is the front. This front comes into Portland around noon tomorrow. It'll be a slow cross. So once rain, we get a little bit of rain overnight tonight. I'll show you that in a moment, and then rain more than not during the day tomorrow. And then this SNC system, which is back here, it looks smaller, and it is. It's going to hold off. It's going to throw some moisture chances our way on Thursday and Friday. Then this actual front, as a weak system, comes in on Saturday. And then after that, it looks like we dry out quite a bit going into the first full week of the new year of 2024. And real quick, if you look on the map, let me find where, oh my gosh, I can't even find Hawaii. Is Hawaii being covered up? Hawaii's being covered up by some of the clouds. I can't find it. But Hawaii's down in this area, down in here somewhere. I just can't see it. I wanted to point out, oh, here it is. Here's Hawaii right here. Okay. Some of you probably saw it before I did. That's Hawaii. So notice this flow pattern. It's not really pulling up from the south. For the most part, this is just typical, almost a zonal west to east movement of storms tracking into our area. No atmospheric river, just very typical stuff for us. And for the most part, a very mild weather patterns we just saw continuing on the snow levels. Here's that rain system coming in with the cold front tomorrow. This is late afternoon today. Rain starting to toy with the coast. There's a little push of warmer air. That's what this is. A little bit of mostly light rain shower activity this afternoon and then overnight tonight. And then here we are first thing early tomorrow morning around 5 a.m. already raining at the coast. And then I'll go ahead and play this into, this will be late morning into the noon hour. So now this is when the front's coming in. This is widespread steady rain band in the I-5 corridor right in the middle of it. And notice how the rain continues into the evening. In fact, some heavier rain pockets. So this will break up Wednesday overnight. I think once we get into Thursday, there will be some showers, but rain totals will be light. This is the National Weather Service blended model that I just showed you. And this is that same model showing how much rain we expect to get. This puts out over 1/2 inch of rain along the down around Newport. And then you get down into the southern Oregon coast and the northern California coast. There are amounts well over 1 inch. But here at home, Lincoln County, 1/2 inch to 65 100ths, only 35 100ths of an inch in Tillamook, only about 1/4 inch up in Astoria. This shows 15 100ths in Kelso, Longview. It shows 2/10 to about 1/4 inch here in the North Valley around Portland. And about the same down into Salem. So despite the hours of rain, the fact that rain amounts are not really expected to be much above 1/4 inch here in the Inland Valley, that tells you rain rates are going to be on the gentle side most of the time. And notice with me that this system, while it pushes some moisture up into the Cascades, which will be rain, the snow level tomorrow starts off at 7,000 feet and then it comes down to 5,000 feet. So most of the day that's pretty wet up in the Cascades. Not much moisture gets over the Cascades. And with all of that said, here is my 7-day forecast. Thanks to Hazeldale Tire Pros up here in Vancouver, a great tire shop. I use them for tires. They're really a good service store. This afternoon, we've had a little bit of partly sunny skies at times. Otherwise, overcast skies are going to be thickening. I'm not sure we're going to get up to 50 or 52 or not. But certainly we're going to be trying to approach 50. Mainly dry. There's a shower chance. The shower chances pick up this evening overnight. Wednesday's a rainy day, 43 to 51, mild at night, warm in the afternoon. This is just a little bit of rain on Thursday, by the way. In fact, as I look at my notes, Thursday rain total is probably less than 1/10 inch. Friday looks a little bit wetter overall, but still probably no more than 1/10 inch of rain. And then that weather system on Saturday could be a lot like the one we get tomorrow with rain amounts up to about 1/4 inch. And then after that, here's New Year's Eve day, Sunday, dry. New Year's Day might be dry. We get into a split flow. I'm seeing something that leads me to believe there's at least a shower chance, but New Year's Day is going to be closer to being dry than wet right now. And then after that, after Monday of next week, I show dry weather on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We get back into some cold, frosty nights, mixture of fog to clearing patterns, and depending on how much sun we get, temperatures anywhere from low 40s to about 50 degrees, but a dry spell coming. And before I let you go, if you're wondering, so the December total for PDX, after picking up just shy of a half of an inch of rain on Christmas Day, we now set at 8.31 inches of moisture, 8.31. Normal is 5.77 for the entire month. The water year, going back to October 1, the updated total is now just over 16 inches, and that's just shy of a 2.5-inch surplus. A nice surplus, but not a gigantic surplus. And again, not if it weren't for the wet week that started off November and the first 10 days or so of December that were really wet, we'd be below normal. So it's a good thing we got those 2 periods of really wet weather that were accompanied in both cases by some atmospheric rivers. That's been the difference of us staying above normal so far. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. My weather site's portlandweather.com, and I'll talk to you soon.